Good morning, my dear students. Welcome to the discussion on the subject Engineering Graphics. Under Engineering Graphics, we are discussing a topic on projection of solids. Under projection of solids, we are discussing now solids axis inclined to one and parallel to another plane concept. Under this concept, we are solving a problem on pentagonal prisms axis inclined to VP and parallel to HP. This is the 8th solved problem we are discussing under solids axis inclined to one and parallel to another plane concept. Now we will enter into the problem. The given problem is draw the projections of the pentagonal prism, base 30 mm side and axis 60 mm long, resting on one of its rectangular faces on the HP with the axis inclined at 45 degrees to the VP. Here we need to draw the projections of the pentagonal prism. This is the pentagonal prism. This pentagonal prism is resting on its rectangular face on HP. The base side length of the pentagonal prism is 30 mm and axis length is 60 mm. Axis inclination with VP is 45 degrees. Now we will write the data. Here the name of the object is pentagonal prism. Base side length is 30 mm. Axis length is 60 mm. Axis inclination VP is 45 degrees. Pentagonal prism is resting on its rectangular face on HP. Based upon this data, we need to draw the projections of the pentagonal prism. The presentation of this video is divided into two parts. Part A, demonstration. Part B, to draw the solution for the given problem based on demonstration. Now we will move towards part A, that is demonstration of the pentagonal prism resting on one of its rectangular faces on the HP and axis is inclined to the VP.
This is a pentagonal prism. The pentagonal prism is having two bases and each base is a regular pentagon and it has 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 rectangular faces. In the problem, it is mentioned that the pentagonal prism is resting on its rectangular face on HP and its axis is making an angle 45 degrees to the VP. In this position, neither in the front view nor in the top view, the true shape of the base of the pentagonal prism is not visible. But we have to start with true shape of the base of the pentagonal prism. For that, what we will do? That we will see now. In order to draw true shape of the base of the pentagonal prism, we will tilt the pentagonal prism such that its rectangular face on HP and its axis is going to be tilted with an angle of 90 degrees to the vertical plane. That is, axis is perpendicular to the vertical plane. In this position, the front view of the pentagonal prism is a regular pentagon because the rectangular face is on HP. That's why face containing base edge falls on the XY line. So the front view of the pentagonal prism is a regular pentagon with face containing base edges on XY line. First we will draw front view of the pentagonal prism, that is regular pentagon with face containing base edges on the XY line. After drawing front view, then we will draw its corresponding top view. In top view, the axis is parallel to the horizontal plane. That is, in this position, the axis is perpendicular to the vertical plane and parallel to the horizontal plane. Then in the second stage, we will tilt the top view in such a way that its axis is going to make an angle 45 degrees to the vertical plane. That is, we are going to reconstruct the first stage top view into the second stage top view in such that the axis is going to make an angle 45 degrees to the vertical plane. After reconstructing the first stage top view into the second stage top view, then we will draw its corresponding front view. For that, from the second stage top view, draw projectors towards the vertical plane. From the first stage front view, we will draw horizontal lines. Then we locate the intersection points, then join those points based on the 3 rules that I am going to explain later.
Just now we completed demonstration. Now we will enter into the detailed construction for the given problem based on the demonstration.
As a first step, draw XY line. This is vertical plane and this one horizontal plane. Then draw front view of the pentagonal prism, that is pentagon. Here the pentagonal prism is resting on its face on HP. So face containing base edge falls on the XY line. So start with the construction of the pentagon with side on XY line. Here the side length of the pentagon is 30 mm. With 30 mm as a side length, construct the pentagon. Here the interior angle between two adjacent sides of a pentagon is 108 degrees. With 108 degrees as interior angle between two adjacent sides, construct pentagon. Then name the front base as well as back base corner points of a pentagonal prism. A dash, B dash, C dash, D dash, E dash. Here A dash, B dash, C dash, D dash and E dash are the front base corner points of a pentagonal prisms. 1 dash, 2 dash, 3 dash, 4 dash, 5 dash are the back base corner points of a pentagonal prism's base. After that, locate the center of the pentagonal prism's base in front view. For that, draw two perpendicular bisectors for the two adjacent sides. O dash and O1 dash is the image of the axis in front view. This is the image of the pentagonal prism in front view when it is resting on its face on HP and axis perpendicular to VP. Then we will draw top view of the pentagonal prism. For that, we will draw projectors through A dash, B dash, C dash, D dash, E dash and O dash towards the horizontal plane. Then, with the given axis height, locate O as well as O1 points along this projector. Here, axis height is 60 mm. This is O1 and this is O. Then draw image of the base of a pentagonal prism in top view. This is the image of the front base and this is the image of the back base of the pentagonal prism. Locate the corner points of the pentagonal prism in top view. This is 5, this one 1, this is 2, 3, and this one 4, whereas this one E and this one A, this is B, this is C, and this is D, whereas here O as well as O1 also falls on 4D line. This is the direction of top view. As a first step, join all outside points with continuous and dark lines. Then identify the corner or corners which are nearer to the observer. Then those corner containing edges to be drawn as continuous and dark. For the observer, this corner, say D as well as 4 dash, are nearer to the observer. Then this corner containing all edges to be drawn as continuous and dark. Here we need to join 4 as well as D points as continuous and dark lines. Then identify the corners which are furthest from the observer and nearest to the XY line. For the observer, this A dash, B dash, 1 dash, 2 dash points are furthest. Then draw remaining lines starting with A dash as well as B dash, 1 dash as well as 2 dash as hidden lines. So draw 1 to A as well as 2 to B as hidden line. That is, while looking top of the object, 1 to A as well as 2 to B face edges are invisible. That's why they are dashed lines. This is the front view and this one is the top view of the pentagonal prism. When the prism is resting on one of its rectangular face on HP and its axis is perpendicular to the VP. This is the first stage solution. Then we'll move to the second stage solution. In the second stage, we need to reproduce the first stage top view in such a way that the axis is going to make an angle 45 degrees to the vertical plane. In order to easily and effectively reproduce the first stage top view into second stage top view, instead of drawing axis inclination first, we will draw its base inclination with VP first. If the axis is making an angle 5 degrees with VP, then base is going to make an angle 90 minus 5 degrees with the VP. Here, this base as well as axis are mutually perpendicular. So, if the axis is making an angle 5 degrees with VP means this base is going to make an angle 90 minus 5 degrees with the VP. Draw 45 degrees inclination line to the XY line. Its inclination is 90 minus 5, that is 90 minus 45 degrees, which is equal to 45 degrees. Then with compass, take 3 to 5 as a radius locate a point 3 on this line, then 3 as a center, 3 to 5 as a radius, draw an arc. After that 3 to 1 as a radius, 3 as a center, draw an arc. Similarly 5 as a center with the same radius, draw an arc. Then 3 to 4 as a radius, draw an arc. Then name these points. Say this is 3, 2, 4, 1, 5. To this baseline, this axis line is perpendicular. So draw axis line. Here this scale as well as this scale are mutually perpendicular. I am aligning this scale to this baseline. Then this axis line is going to be perpendicular to this baseline. The length of the axis line is 60 mm. Parallel to this baseline, draw another line here. Then parallel to this axis line, passing through 1, 5, 2 and 3, draw lines. Reproducing the first stage top view into the second stage top view with the required axis inclination is over. Then we'll move towards drawing the second stage front view. For that, we'll draw projectors through the points say 5, 1, 4, 2, 3, E, A, D, B and C towards the vertical plane. After that, draw locus lines through first stage front view points right hand side direction. After that, locate the intersection points in the second stage front view. Here, this is A and this is the projector coming from A dash. Then it becomes A1 dash. Similarly, this is the projector coming from B and this is the projector coming from B dash. Then it becomes B dash. Similarly, locate remaining intersection points. After locating the intersection points in the second stage front view, then draw the direction of the observer's vision for drawing the second stage front view. This is the direction of the observer's vision. For viewing the front view. join all outside points with continuous and dark lines. After that, identify the corner points which are very nearer to the observer. Then draw lines passing through those corner points as continuous and dark. For the observer, E corner is very nearer. Then this E corner containing all lines to be drawn as continuous as well as dark. Then E1 dash, D1 dash, E1 dash, A1 dash, E1 dash, Phi1 dash to be drawn as continuous and dark lines. Then we'll move to the third step. In the third step, we'll identify the corner and the corner containing remaining all lines to be drawn as dashed lines. Then this corner containing remaining all lines to be drawn as dashed lines. This corner containing remaining all lines are say 3 dash to 4 dash, 3 dash to 2 dash, 3 dash to C dash. These lines drawn as dashed lines. Here 3 dash to C dash is a dashed line, but some portion of the line from 3 dash to E dash is continuous. Remaining portion drawn as dashed line. Then we have to draw the axis line in the second stage front view. For that, we will draw axis line image in the first stage top view also. See, this is O1 dash and this is O dash. Here this is O1 dash and this is O dash. Then it becomes O1 dash and this is O2 dash. So draw point joining O1 dash and O2 dash as axis line. Now we will see the pencil usage details in this drawing. Here, the first stage front view as well as top view, second stage top view as well as front view are with H pencil. The construction lines are with 3H pencil. Dimensioning is with 2H pencil. Related to the dimensioning details, here the base side length of the pentagonal prism is 30 mm. And axis height is 60 mm. That is, all dimensions are in millimeters. This is the required front view when pentagonal prism is resting on its face on HP and axis is inclined with an angle of 45 degrees to the VP.
Visit again for more videos on engineering graphics using the links provided under the description of this video. Keep learning and knowledge sharing. If you have any doubts or queries, do write it down under comment section below this video. I'll be very happy to clarify them. Stay blessed. Thank you.